Welcome to the video. Before we begin, if not already, please take a moment to subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And click the bell icon to receive notifications when I upload. Comment your little heart out. And most of all, please enjoy. Now back to the video.
Hey kids, I know something looks different. I kind of look like the nostalgia critic here. Anyway, I'm in a temporary location and hopefully I'll be back to a new set, hopefully sometime soon. In the meantime, we're gonna keep going and I'm gonna keep trying to make videos while we wait. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the multiverse. It's kind of a big thing now. DC, Marvel, Rick and Morty, hell, even Star Trek did it before it was cool. But it's a two-edged sword. Multiverses can become a crutch, where you can resurrect dead characters as easily as pulling spare parts out of a broken car. You run the risk of making your stakes amount to zero. But there's a potential for untold stories, alternate directions. It sets the question, as Marvel puts it, what if? This is everything, everywhere, all at once. I'm going to go spoiler free, so a lot of things I'm going to say will not make sense until you see the movie. I mean, without context, it won't make sense. The story is about Evelyn, played by Michelle Yeoh, an unhappy woman in a dreary life who doesn't get along with her daughter. She's also being audited by the IRS. Her laundromat business is struggling, but one day she discovers the multiverse and her many versions of herself.
What's happening?
She's called upon to link with her other selves to help save the world, actually all of them, from an evil force. In doing so, she sees all the paths her life could have taken, all the other lives she could have lived. And a lot of them are better than the one she's currently in. Sucks to be jealous of yourself. And chapstick is not food. Michelle Yeoh is terrific as Evelyn. I've been a fan of hers since the 80s with Super Cop with Jackie Chan. Her role is highly emotional, it's relatable. Her life starts out chaotic, but it trades one type of chaos for another. Her husband is played by, I'm gonna butcher this, Ke Huy Quan. If you don't know, he's Short Round in Temple of Doom and Data from The Goonies. It's strongly rooted in family themes. Father and daughter, mother and daughter, husband and wife. Even the evil force isn't quite what you expect. Jamie Lee Curtis is also wonderful, and it took me a second to recognize her. She actually has a surprising role in one of the other universes. I got a kick from the one part where she took on a very Michael Myers tone. In fact, a lot of the characters you expect to be small throwaway roles turn out to be vital. The visual effects was well done, very creative and unusual imagery. The multiverse is a common thing these days, but this movie approaches it in a unique way. That's a word I would use to describe this movie. It's unique. It's very different, but it's always engaging and entertaining. It keeps you guessing, and my wife put it very succinctly, we never saw what was coming next. Finally, a movie that surprised me from beginning to end. This movie's tone is all over the place, and that is amazing in itself. Ask me what the genre is. Go on, ask me. Yes, it's a romantic drama. It's a kung fu movie. It's science fiction. It's a comedy. It's horror. It's as varied as the universes Evelyn finds herself in. One moment, it's absolutely hilarious. Then you get well-choreographed fight scenes that are on par with Hong Kong cinema. You'll never look at Pinkies the same way. It feels like The Matrix, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and at one point, an episode of Jackass. The randomness, the absurdity, everything this movie throws out at you is an acid trip. It's one of those movies that's very relatable. Who hasn't wondered what paths our lives would have taken had we made other choices? In my case, somewhere out there is a universe where I'm either a successful screenwriter, a stand-up comedian, a 3D animator. So much wasted potential. Again, this movie is hilarious at times. Paper cuts. You'll understand. It's got some pretty dark humor, and some gags are really out there. And you will not look at hot dogs the same way ever again. Or Ratatouille. The characters are well realized and fleshed out. I felt a genuine connection with them. What parent hasn't struggled with understanding their kids? Who hasn't looked back at their lives and wondered what could have been? Just one day, I don't know, be a sushi chef? All of this was started by a normal woman just trying to do her taxes. Everything Everywhere All at Once is 4.5 Bs. It's refreshing, it's entertaining, it's heartfelt, and a ride from beginning to end. But I do understand something so crazy, bizarre, and chaotic might not be for everyone, but give it a chance. you might be one of the people who love it. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment the bell. You know the usual YouTube stuff. This is theNewBee, and I'll see you later, kids. Toodles!